What up, guys? Let me pause this before I get some copyright flag. So today, this video, I haven't decided what I'm gonna title this yet. Maybe disagreement amongst friends, something to that effect. But I wanted to comment on some of the riffing that I have heard going on between members of the LDBC. And since the only people that are sub to my channel at the moment are people who are part of the LDBC, it seemed like a good idea to make this video. So now this is the way I understand it. I could be wrong. So I am not one who is closed off to objective criticism. I could be wrong, and I reserve the right to be wrong. But as I've seen it, because I haven't watched everybody's videos. I mean, let's be honest, you know. When you, like the dude Superstition said, when you deep and you grind, when you hustle, when you grind and you deep in your movement, you really don't give a damn what other people doing. And it's not that I don't give a damn. I just don't have the time to always be checking other people's shit, because I got a lot of my own shit going on. You know, I'm my own boss now, so I got my grind has to be quadrupled now. Now that I gotta, you know, keep my, now that I'm self-sustaining, I have to sustain that shit. But anyway, moving forward. So basically there has been a rift between Fred of Barber Shop Conversations and certain members of the LDBC. I watched one of Fanon's live chats, one of his live streams. I think it was the one from yesterday, I believe, or today. I kind of get muddled with the times and stuff like that because I don't watch everything on the date that it actually happens. I have to get the shit when I can. But Fanon's International Boxing, great channel, by the way. Subscribe to Fanon's channel if you're not already subscribed. Real smart brother, you know, and I respect his perspective and his opinion. Same thing with most of the dudes from the LDBC, or all the ones that I'm subscribed to. I respect their opinion. I respect their perspective, their take on boxing. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, I'm across the board. You know, there is something about everybody's critiques on shit that I can't agree with. You know, there are things that certain members of the LDBC criticize Fred on that I agree with, but there are things that Fred says that I agree with also. So I'm not taking sides. I don't get into other people's squabbles. I'm not gonna call it beef because I'm not trying to put the air out there that these brothers are beefing with each other, because I know they have a lot of haters for the LDBC. You know what I'm saying? And people would love for there to be some type of conflict. This isn't conflict. This is an argument amongst brothers. This is a disagreement amongst brothers, from what I can tell. But this is my opinion on it. I believe that Fred is being singled out, and I think he's been isolated and singled out because he has a differing opinion. But why is he being singled out for his opinion? Now, I know some of this comes from his relationship with the Porters. He's close friends with Sean Porter and his dad, and what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. He is using his YouTube platform to help promote them. You know, now everybody doesn't agree with everything that Fred said, you know, or has said, you know, in promoting the fight and promoting the Porters or whatever, but they are his friends. I'm not going to get mad at this man for doing something to benefit his homeboy. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, why would I get mad about that? And I'm not saying that other people should do it, but this is my perspective on it. This is my take on it. Everybody has a right to their opinion, and this is mine. You know, okay, so Fred put in some of his videos, he like people are talking about him, you know, talking about his Teslas, or, you know, or this, that, and the third, or money, or how much money he has, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now I have heard brothers who have talked outwardly about this, and they do not appreciate Fred doing that. You know, it made them feel some kind of way. Well, this is my take on it. This is not me giving an opinion on someone else's opinion of what Fred said. This is me giving my opinion on what Fred said. I'm not critiquing anybody's statements or comments, because everybody has a right to feel the way they feel. And I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to give my take on the situation. So if there's anybody who doesn't like my take on it, don't fucking finish watching the video. If there's anybody who's upset with me because I have an opinion, then that shit will remain exactly what it is. Your problem, not mine. Get a ticket and stand in line for the people who don't fucking like me or are angry at me about something. Please stand in line. That shit doesn't faze me. This is my fucking opinion. So now I will admit, Fred has made videos where I'm like, come on, bro, like you're doing a lot of talking about yourself. Let's get on with it, you know, or blah blah blah. But plenty of other people in the LDBC have done that too. Like, I've listened to certain people's live streams. I'm not going to say anybody's name or put anybody on blast, because I'm not here to put people out against each other, and I'm not here to make enemies. I'm just here to give my opinion on what I see. But I see that I see dudes in their live streaming shit, you know, and in their live streams, and they're just chit-chatting about regular everyday shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is the boxing talk? Like, I got to fucking fast forward through that shit because I'm not watching it live. I'm watching, you know, the finished product. Because I want to hear boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've watched dudes live streams and shit, and I've literally just, like, dudes literally just reading other people's comments and shit. Like, I'm listening to you while you read what other motherfuckers say. Like, come on, man, get the fuck out of here. You know, and everybody feels that way at some point in time about something that they watched or somebody else's product. You don't always agree 100% with everything somebody puts out, and that's fine. It's okay. I got videos, you know what I'm saying, in my fucking in my shit right now that only have like 2 views. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's because of the title or people just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It happens. Unfortunately for myself, or maybe fortunately for myself, you know, I'm not adjacent to fucking social media. Like, I actually have a real world life. So, not saying that nobody else doesn't. Don't get my words twisted. I'm not saying that. People spend as much time as they want to on whatever they feel like they can. I'm just saying, I don't make the time to do it. Put it like that. It's not that I don't have it. I just don't make the time to do shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because there are other things that are priority to me. Anyway, there have been things that Fred has said in his videos where I'm like, damn, Fred, like, bro, you're doing a lot of talking about yourself right now. I've stopped watching videos early, or I've skipped minutes ahead or whatever. It happens. I'm sure people do that to my videos too. Some people will probably do that to this video. It happens. But I mean, but it seemed like a lot of people were just attacking Fred because he has a different perspective, outtake, and or opinion, or possible fighter affiliation. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is, like, why are people upset with Fred because he's talking about his Tesla? I watched a live stream where 2 dudes actually debated about which series of BMW was a better series. Talking about what cars they've owned, which, you know, what high class cars they've owned, and this, that, and the third, and how much they. I've heard plenty of people do this. This reminds me of the Dr. Umar and Boyce Watkins shit. You know what I'm saying? Boyce Watkins, you know, used to be very critical of Umar Johnson because of him plugging his doctor credentials. You know what I'm saying? And there have been, like, not many videos that I've seen. In the contrary, there hasn't been many videos that I've seen from Dr. Boyce where he's not plugging his education or the institution that he worked at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or talking about him being the only black person to get a PhD in finance when he did, you know, the year he graduated. Like, bro, this is literally a situation with the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the stone calling the rock, you know what I'm saying, a mineral or whatever. That might have went over some of y'all heads. Fuck it, read a chemistry book. Anyway, like, it just, I don't understand it. You know, I've seen it from multiple people. People talk about their own personal shit on their platform. That's what you do. That's what it's for, right? To introduce your life to the rest of the world. Isn't that what it's about? I mean, as soon as somebody has a differing opinion, now his ass gets fed to the fucking wolves because he has a different opinion, because he's looking out for a friend. Like, I mean, I don't really agree with the way people are going at Fred, for real. In my honest opinion, I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I think it's I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's kind of fucked up, for real. Just because this man is different. You know what I'm saying? Because he thinks differently. He's looking at shit differently. I'm trying to see it from his perspective. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to see it from everybody else's perspective. I get where everybody else is coming from with the criticism, but all I'm saying is most of the shit that people are criticizing Fred for, can you honestly say that you're not guilty of doing some of the same shit sometimes? There are people who get on YouTube, make their videos, and you don't know shit about their personal life. You know what I'm saying? And there are members of the LDBC like that too. But can you honestly say that the more popular LDBC channels, you don't know personal shit about their lives because they don't talk about it? We don't know what kind of car certain guys drive because they don't make sure it's in the video? I mean, come on, like, seriously. This man talked about having a Tesla, but I know you drive a BMW because when you do videos in your car, you make sure the camera's right on the fucking emblem. Like, some people who are insecure could take that as you bragging about having a Beamer. Some people could take it that way. You know what I'm saying? The same way some people are taking what Fred is doing as him, whatever. But that's all I got to say about it, man. That's just my take on it. Now, I mean, like I said, I am not promoting any beef between these dudes at all. That is not the intent of this video. I am not trying to get the haters of the LDBC to start licking their chops and thinking these dudes are going to start to become divided so you can conquer them and shit. That is not the case. This isn't, like I said, this is what I see as an argument between brothers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their opinion. There are a lot of alpha males in the LDBC, and so there are a lot of strong alpha male opinions. And these brothers are going to stick to their guns. And that is what it is. And this is my opinion, and I'm sticking to my fucking guns. That's how I feel. I think that everybody, to some extent, has done what they're accusing Fred of doing. That's all I'm saying. You know, it just so happens that he happens to be affiliated with a father and son fighting team that a lot of guys in the LDBC don't care for. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, you know. But I will say this, you know, I like for instance, okay, there was one thing, like Fred was talking about, you know, people talking about, about Kenny Porter and shit and saying this, that, and the third about him. And all he was saying was, I mean, like, if you got something that you really need to say about that man, invite him on your platform or go to the fight and, approach him about what it is that you don't like. Now, I think some people was taking it as Fred trying to like start shit. But what I think Fred was saying was what he does. Because real talk, everything he said about a fighter, like, look at all the interviews he's done with Adrian Broner. He done had Adrian Broner cuss him out and shit because he kept it 100 with him. Everything that Fred said he would say to a person when he ran into them, he has done that shit. So, I mean, like, are we really faulting him for being a man of his word? You know what I'm saying? And having a gripe with somebody in the boxing media or the boxing world, period, and saying, when I see that person, I'm going to say this to him. And he makes it a point to see that person so he can say that to him. That's all I'm saying, man. Is he wrong for that? Is he wrong for wanting to hold people to a standard that he holds himself to? Because we all do it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, real talk. I mean, I feel that way too. Like, if you're going to talk that much shit about somebody, you need to be you need to be making it a point to let them know how you feel via phone or video chat or whatever. But I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not going to talk a ton of shit about somebody and never have a conversation with them. I'm not going to do that. If I'm talking shit about you, it's because I want that confrontation with you. I want you to call me or whatever, and we can chop it up about whatever. If I got your name in my mouth like that, I'm not just talking shit just because I get a lot of views on my video for it. But that's all I'm saying. Maybe Fred is just trying to hold dudes to the standard that he holds himself to. I don't agree with everything he says, and I don't disagree with everything he says, and vice versa. I don't agree with everybody in the LDBC, and I don't disagree with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has an opinion. Everybody says something that I will disagree with eventually, and some shit that I won't disagree with eventually. Like, it happens. It fucking happens. It happens. But should this man be crucified because he's friends with the Porters? I mean, really, should he really come under that kind of fire? I actually left a statement like this on Fanan's channel. He responded. He gave me a heart. He appreciated my comment. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming he didn't thumbs it down or block me or nothing like that. So I'm assuming he appreciated my comment because I went in the name of peace. Like, like peace to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I respect you. This is not no shade to anybody in the LDBC, but this is how I see it. I think there's some hypocrisy going on. I'm not mad at Fred for bigging up his homeboys. Why the fuck would I be mad at him for that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him for doing shit that I've seen other people in the LDBC do. I don't take offense when a dude is talking about what he has, or I don't take offense to that. For what? No, I don't have a Tesla. I don't even have a fucking Beamer. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't make me feel bad about myself because I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit, and I'm a fucking high flyer. So that's all I got to say about that, but it doesn't make me feel bad. You know what I'm saying? That shit spurs my motherfucking, that kind of shit spurs my fucking drive, my fucking competitive nature. Like, this motherfucker can do it. I could do that shit too. You know, like, that's how the fuck I feel. Some of you cats don't feel like that. Some dude talk about what they got, and you take it as a personal nut shot because you don't have it. Well, all I gotta say to dudes like that, you get mad at another dude for talking about what he has, but everybody at some point lets you know what they have or talks about what they have. You picking and choosing who you want to give shit to because you may not like that person or that particular argument or whose stance or side they're defending. That's all the fuck I see. People are choosing sides because of minute details, because of fucking semantics and shit. At the end of the day, but that's my opinion on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think. Whoever has an opinion about it, but that's mine. I think that, Fred is being singled out, and he's done the same shit that I've seen other people do. I think he's being singled out simply because of the Porters and his affiliation with them. And that's all I got to say about it, Peace to the whole LDBC, man, and all the brothers in the LDBC. These dudes are doing big things, and they're coming a long way, man. Eventually, they are going to be the place for fucking boxing media, man. Real talk. I see that shit happening. Like, it's amazing what they're doing. But this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying?